Have you ever wondered how you can store and retrieve data from a local storage? Let's try this now with using JavaScript. What we have here, we have a simple HTML document. We have a heading which store and retrieve data using local storage, and we have the input. This is the input, and we have the two buttons right here. And we have an ID for the input, which is the name input, which is the one we're going to use for JavaScript for being able to interact with the front end. And this is where we're going to display the output. So there's nothing here, but if you want, you can put text. So the name is going to display here, you see, like so. But we're just going to leave it empty. So what we do is we will have the script. This is where we're going to input the JavaScript. And we'll have two functions. So it's a function to save name and a function to have the output. So the first function we need to save name. So we'll have name, and we're going to get the name ID because this is where we're going to store the name. So we're going to use this ID right here. Okay, we're going to use this ID. So it's document. So since it's an ID, we're going to get element by ID and store it like so. And we're going to get its value. Okay, like that. And now we're going to take the name that we got, and within the name we're going to store this name locally. So we're going to use a local, spell local storage. Okay, so we want to have a local storage, and we're going to set the item. So this is going to set the item, whatever input that we put in, we're going to store it locally. Okay, and this is going to be called the username, and we're using the name. Okay, and we can have an alert just to alert you that you should enter. Okay, this one, we are saving the name, so the name is saved. Okay, now we will have an else statement right here. So this statement is just going to alert us that we should please enter a name, like so. Okay, so far so good. Now what we need is the second function. So this function is the function to save the name. Now we need to output the name. So this is a function. This function is going to be showing us show name. Simple stuff. So let's call it stored name. We're getting it from the local storage. So we're getting the item, and we saved it as user name. So we're going to use an if statement. So if our stored name, so if that is true, then we need to print it out. So we're going to get the element by ID, and we're getting the output now. Remember, we stored the output, so it's output like so. So this one is this part, the ID, the one that's going to print out the results. So we're going to get that. It's a inner text which is going to display as a text, and it should say saved name, like so. And then so it should say saved name, and we want it to display the store name right here, like that. Okay, so far so good. And what we need is we also need an else statement. So if that fails, then we need to alert the user. So same thing, we're going to get the element by its ID, and we're getting the output, still getting the output, and it's an inner HTML text, and it should inform us that there is no name found. Just like that, we have everything that we need. And if we save this and we come here and we input a name, let's say Mpho, we save Mpho and we show, it should pop up a p tag or a paragraph with the name Mpho. If you save Mbali, I don't know if Mbali's need to be saved, but let's save Mbali this time and show. Here we go, we can see Mbali. If we save Balisa, no, let's not save Balisa, let's save Sipho, because I do need to be saved. And show, there you go. And this is how you store things locally using JavaScript.